I meet my fair share of people who resist change. Now, resistance to change is natural, and some resistance is good. It keeps us from leaping blindly into the unknown and doing some stupid things. But it can also keep us from recognizing and pursuing opportunities. You find the most successful ranches in the world, and you'll find leaders who at some point have made significant changes. And if they're going to stay successful, they're going to continue to look for change. They know that you can't lead a business into the future if all you're willing to do is hang on to the past. It's not that what they did before was wrong. It's that conditions have changed. Land prices have gone up much faster than cattle prices. So have fuel costs. Markets have changed. Weather patterns have changed. The extremes have become more extreme, and things are more volatile. You and your family have changed. Everyone's older, and everyone's abilities and needs have changed. Look, I don't know that anybody is completely comfortable with change, but some people are more comfortable than others. Funny thing, it's been my experience that the people who are least successful, who complain the most, are also the people who most resist change. People whose ranches aren't profitable, where they don't pay themselves very much, where family members work off the ranch to subsidize the operation. They worry about debt. They stress over how they'll bring the next generation back to the ranch, assuming the next generation even wants to be part of things. And these days, that's a big if. Why does someone like that resist change? Well, this may be overly simplistic, but the way I see it, there are two forces that motivate people to change. There are negative forces and positive forces. The negative forces are driven by fear. It may be the fear of drought, the fear of debt, the fear of losing a lease, the fear of disagreement or conflict or confrontation. Fear motivates us to try to keep bad things from happening, to push away the things that we don't want. In contrast, rather than trying to keep bad things from happening, positive forces drive us to make good things happen. The positive forces drive us to reach for the things that we do want. They come from having a vision, a compelling vision. Sustainable change is driven by positive forces. And research backs me up on this. In a study, doctors urged heart disease patients to change their bad habits that increased their risk of recurring and worsening problems. When doctors tried to appeal to their patients' fear of death, very few patients changed their behavior for more than just a week or two. But when doctors appealed to their patients' joy, their joy of life, most patients changed their behavior for good. Look, in crisis, fear is a powerful motivator, at least in the short term. When a tiger is chasing you, it's likely that your fear will help you run as fast as you can. But fear is not a sustainable motivator. Living life or running a business in crisis mode may give you your daily adrenaline rush, but our bodies were not designed to deal with fight or flight every single day. Vision can also be a powerful motivator, but unlike fear, this motivation is sustainable. Waking up each day with purpose, eager to make more progress toward your vision, is a great way to live. But just having a vision isn't enough. You must also have confidence in your plan to achieve it. If we have a vision and still resist change, it's either because our vision isn't very exciting, in which case we need a new vision, or because we don't have confidence in our plan to achieve it. And that brings us right back to fear. It isn't the change that we fear, it's the unknown that change might bring. We don't know if the vision is viable or if the plan will work, and that scares us. So at the Ranching for Profit School, we show you how to create a vision, build a plan to achieve that vision, and then test them both to see if the vision is viable and if the plan will work. There are simple processes you can use to explore scenarios and vet alternatives. One scenario will include projections using the costs you think you'll have and the prices you think you'll get. Another scenario uses the costs you're afraid you might face and the prices you're afraid you might get. I'll tell you what, if the worst case scenario winds up being better than the status quo, well, that can take a lot of fear out of change. But this isn't just about crunching the numbers. We also need to identify early warning signs for potential problems and develop strategies for preventing or managing the worst case. That's all part of the process. It's a lot of work, but it's probably not as much work as you think. You know, even if it were, though, it's worth the effort. It's an essential part of building and running a successful business. With an exciting vision and confidence in your plan to achieve it, people won't resist change. In fact, they will find change irresistible.